Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Roto Grip Optimum Idol. Before we do, though, just got to give a quick shout-out to Storm, I Am Bowling, and Vice Inserts for their continued support. Obviously, these videos would not be possible without the help of these sponsors. So if you at all get the chance to support either of these three brands or all of them, please be sure to do that. If you want 20% off of your next apparel order, you can use promo code FIREHOUSE07. That promo code is also listed in the description below, and you can use that to save yourself 20% off of your apparel order needs at iambowling.com. So you can see here one of the two Optimum Idols that I got. I drilled two of them. One is going to be pin up and one is going to be pin down. Obviously, when I saw this ball coming out, I immediately decided that I needed two of these. So this is the pin down version getting punched up right here. And then we're going to take a look at the layouts. The first one that you can see here is 60 by 4.5 by 40. This is the layout that I had on the 900 ball, which was the Idol Helios. You'll see the Helios in the comparison a little bit later then as well. So this is again 60 by 4.5 by 40, and the next one that you're going to see here is a 40 by 4.5, or I'm sorry, 4 3/4 by 73. This is one of my favorite layouts. It's a pin down layout. I usually get really good length with exceptional back end motion. So you'll see that one coming up here in a few minutes. But right here we have the Optimum Idol going down the lane. And I really like this ball out of box. I shot 780 with this. Probably should have been 800, but I made a couple, just didn't adjust quick enough. But as for the specs on this Optimum Idol, it is going to be released on March 22nd of 2024. This comes out of box at 200 Aberlon. It comes with Microtrack's solid cover stock. This is the third time this cover stock has ever been used. The first time was on the Gem, second time on Purple Gem, which is obviously an overseas release, and now the third time is the Optimum Idol. Comes with Icon plus AI core, so obviously sort of a brand new core because it is wrapped around that, that AI core. AI was first introduced with the Storm Summit, but now you see it here on the Optimum Idol as well. What makes the AI core so different is because it increases, it stands for amplified inertia, so basically it increases pin carry is what the kind of gist of that is. Core dynamics, RG is 247, differential of 056. That is in 15 pounds, and that is quite a high differential specifically in a symmetrical ball, but that comes from the AI core then as well. So as far as look with this ball, it looks really good. You know, fairly clean through the front, I would say. Back end reaction looks really good as well. I'm really happy with the way this ball goes through the pins, especially with such a strong cover and such a strong and such a difference in RG and differential. Alright, so now we got the Idol Helios. This is the orange ball that I obviously love so much. As far as the difference between the Optimum Idol and this one in terms of kind of what I see, this one is just a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother, even though it maybe doesn't quite look like that from the first shot, but that shot you can see with the kind of 10 pin that kind of stood up there for a second. It is quite a bit, I would say a little bit smoother, even though I almost left a 10 or a 9 pin there. But so release date for this was November of 2021. I shot 900 with this ball on November 16th of 2021. This comes out of box at 2000 Aberlon. This comes with Extreme Tracks, a solid. This is the first and only time that cover was ever used. And then we have just the original Icon core, which has been used quite a few times, obviously, all of which in the Idol line. The last time that it was used stateside here was Idol Cosmos. Otherwise, in overseas releases, it was the last time it was used was the Idol Mega Pink. It comes out of box, or I'm sorry, with an RG of 249, differential of 052, and that is in 15 pounds. Again, this is probably, I would say, anytime you shoot 900 with a ball, that's obviously got to be your favorite ball of all time. I have a couple of favorite balls, but this one definitely probably stands alone at the top. Haven't really thrown it as much lately, just because, you know, SBI comes out with so many great releases every year, but this is what the original Idol Helios looks for me. Alright, so up next we have the original Idol. This one is fairly fresh, however, you're going to notice that once we go along with the review, it gets a lot straighter, a lot less dynamic. Even though this ball only has probably like 5 total games on it since I drilled it, I definitely think it's in need of a surface reset, so that's probably going to come fairly quickly here. But again, this is basically what the original Idol looks like. With really, I have not altered the surface at all since I got this ball, so again, probably definitely in need of a surface reset. But here it is, and it was released on March 18th. I'm sorry, in March of 2018. This came with Microtrack's S18 cover stock. This was used 3 times total. The first time was the Idol Lime Green, then we had the Idol, and then this was also on the Halo. You know, so a pretty good cover stock that was on this ball. Then we have, again, the ever popular Icon Core, again made famous by this Idol ball, and this also has the same RG and differential as that Helios, which was 249 and 052 in 15 pounds. Alright, so now you are going to see me throwing this pin down version. The first one that you saw in game 1 was the pin up version. This is, again, the pin down version. I am certainly quite a bit further left with this pin down version than I was with the pin up version. Now, obviously, this League Shot has a couple different, or quite a few games on it. It's got 3 games of the League on it, plus the 3 games that I threw with the other Idol balls. So certainly transitioning, probably not the best time to be filming a review, but when that's the time you got, that's the time you got. But I hope you can see the differences here between the pin up version and the pin down version. Again, pin down for me, and I'm not saying that this is all the time what you see in pin up versus pin down, but pin down for me tends to be a lot cleaner through the front part of the lane, and a lot more dynamic, and a lot stronger through the back part of the lane because it retains energy. Obviously, when you retain energy, that's more energy that it's got down lane, so it's a lot stronger kind of through that back part of the lane. So that's what I see. I'm not saying what you see with pin down balls is going to be the same as what I see. You know, obviously when I was kind of growing up, they always say pin down balls rolled earlier. That's certainly not what I see. But again, that's a debate for another time. But quite a bit further left with this pin down version. I haven't thrown this pin down version a lot, just because the pin up version looks really, really, really good. But when I get further left like that, it's a lot easier to miss inside, and then it just kind of hydroplanes through that kind of guava oil that's in the middle. But so that's the last shot with the pin down. We're going back to pin up here, and we're going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a straighter look. Obviously, we try to do this with all the ball reviews. But so who is this Optimum Idol for? Well, as soon as I started throwing this ball, it screamed to me to be a benchmark piece. This is something that is going to come with me no matter where I go, no matter what tournament I'm bowling in, no matter what I'm bowling on, this idol is going to be coming along for me. It is so dynamic, it looks so good. The icon version of that core, the icon outer core, looks to be just so good, and it just really made this idol and the idol line a lot better by putting that AI technology into the core. So it's a benchmark piece for pretty much every single bowler on this planet. This is going to be a benchmark piece for you. It looks so good, and I am so glad they released it. This will potentially be Ball of the Year candidate for me, if not the Ball of the Year. And honestly, as long as we kind of brought up the 900 here at one point, I truly do believe that someone is going to shoot 900 with this ball. It's not going to be me, but I know for a fact someone is going to shoot 900 with this ball. But enjoy the last couple shots here, and until the next video, guys, good luck and good bowling.